don't really know if this is a long time coming or not. Because like back in, what was it, like 2009, like Apple announced that the iPhone won't run Flash and it died, sort of like keeled over, and somehow managed to cling to life for over a decade after that. It's so weird that this announcement has come. Like, if you haven't heard, Adobe is dropping Adobe Animate in like less than a month, like just a couple of weeks away, which is super weird. This program is very, very far from dead. It's still considered an industry standard by like a lot of people. Like a lot of major shows still use it. The Smiling Friends still uses it. That's a good example. A lot of schools and universities still use it. They teach it because like if you all like, Adobe's well known for like paying a lot of attention to students, getting them really relying on that stuff super early. So it makes sense that that is the animation tool that they're going to practice because they just have it. And then now what? Now, fortunately, there has been enough backlash over the last 24 hours to, I mean, look at these stonks. They've rolled it back a bit. The program's going to remain available on the suite, but it doesn't look like it's ever going to be receiving new updates or proper attention. It's effectively dead. They're going to allow us to use it. Great, thanks. So it is a relief that projects that are currently mid-production aren't being forced to drop everything and shift gears with no notice, but still. Frankly though, I think the majority of the community considers the damage to be done. Like, I don't think anyone wants to be paying an annual subscription for a software that is no longer going to be receiving any resources, let alone those who have already just paid for another year to get rug pulled this way. Why do we have to commit to 12 months of a product or service, but the product or service can be removed midway? That's a bit strange. Like, for example, my old podcast co-host, Crown Prince, she just put out this very heartfelt video where exactly that happened. Because did you know that if you end an Adobe subscription early, you are obligated to pay out the remaining months left in that year as like a cancellation fee? And psychologically, this usually results in, oh, if I have to pay for another 6 months to like end it, I might as well just keep it on to use those 6 months because I have to pay for it anyway, and just try to remember to cancel it before it renews, which I think is a deliberate tactic, hoping that you'll forget or just miss that deadline. I have heard stories where people are like, oh, I'll wait till the end of the year, and then like, oh, oops, now it's another year. So I think this result, and hopefully this reaction to their like bottom line, I don't know if it would be considered a wake-up call, but I think it's clear evidence that Adobe didn't really have much clue on how much this product actually plays a role throughout the industry. It's been neglected for so long. And if you consider on an industry level, like at Annecy, for instance, like the biggest animation festival of the year, all in a row, all the major softwares have like booths like lined up next to each other. You got Toon Boom, Moho, Cell Action, Unity, Unreal, bunch of others. Like everyone's there. Never seen Adobe there. Like multiple of their products get used throughout the pipeline. I think they can afford to show up and, you know what I mean? Like, I remember when I first made that transition, like ages ago, it's probably around like 2012 or something, and I was drag kicking and screaming. It was really, really difficult to transition. So I definitely empathize with needing to upend that very suddenly. There's definitely a lot that I have to say about Flash, like in memoriam. That's probably a topic for another day though, because like it hasn't happened yet, but it's still something I have a lot of affection for. I empathize with everyone who's having to deal with this a lot. When I first started this channel, like over 10 years ago now, that was at a time when a new generation of animators was starting to grow up, and their main inspirations were people doing it on YouTube. And all those guys, they were still using Flash. It was still called that then as well, by the way. And I was already feeling for these guys because I'd started using Toon Boom not too long before that. It was already the industry standard, and I was like, oh no. So I was very privileged to be one of the first people teaching Toon Boom instead. So anyway, I've been thinking about what value can I be bringing to the community in this moment. And there's a couple of things. One is simply my take on the alternatives. Every 2D animation software has particular strengths that it leans in on. Like depending on your style, the way they move, the silhouettes of the characters, different tools are going to be appropriate jobs for that. Team size, budget, schedule, all of that has a role to play. But first, considering my main background has been in how to use Toon Boom in a whole lot of different ways, I think it's probably more important that I focus on that specifically first. Over the coming weeks, I'll put it together like a bit of an emergency migration series that is with Adobe Animate lingo in mind, both traditional hand-drawn stuff and anything that's symbol-based. As both like a little bit of a taster, if you want to get the trial version just so you can see if this is a good fit, and as something a little bit more robust to make like a full pipeline transition. In the meantime, I'll try and do what I can to dig into some of the other alternatives so I can give more informed thoughts, because I'm well aware of my biases and I don't want that to leak into something that is as important as what your new tool is going to be, especially because Timber's been a little bit dicey themselves lately with taking away the perpetual license. Also a discussion for another day though. At the moment, this is just, speaking personally, this is just super weird that like I happen to time getting back to making regular content right as this happened. That's pretty weird. So I'm going to prioritize, at least for a little while. If you're in this boat, if Adobe Animate has been your daily driver for a long period of time, send me a comment or an email or whatever else, and try and break down some of the nuances of what your workflow is, because everybody uses it a little bit differently. I can do like the general sweeps, but there's going to be some more niche things that I'm probably not super clued in on. That is like, it would be worth giving a few examples on what these equivalent workflows would be, and hopefully then the general community can pick up some bits from that too. But geez, let's see how it goes. I'm still processing it. Super sorry if you're at the front of having to deal with this, though. Our industry's been having enough weird trials already, what with just like general work falling, more automation. I know a lot of young people going through uni at the moment are kind of just like freaking out a little bit. This is definitely not one of those extra things you need lumped on top of it, right? But fortunately, there are alternatives, and this, you know, we will take care of each other and find ways to sort of rebuild in new directions as well. Weirdly enough, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about all of this. Definitely more to come in that regard, hence the whole setting cameras up for the first time in bloody ages. But yeah, this sucks. Just wanted to get those first thoughts out. More structured, actual proper stuff over the next few days or weeks. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, wrecking my stuff. Just like you wrecked Flash.